Hey, it's Mark from Limo Marketer, and in this video I wanted to go over our proven online marketing program. And so our program was designed to drive more bookings to your site, and we do that by driving more calls and leads. And what we also want to do is we want to enhance your online reputation, because it's not just enough to get calls, leads, and bookings. We really want to be creating better reviews for your business online, as that's going to help lead to more leads, conversions, and sales. And then finally, we also want to be driving more repeat and referral business. Many companies, many transportation companies just focus on getting new customers, but many times your old customers can be the best candidates for your service because you've already paid that client acquisition cost. So if we can put a system in place for getting that repeat and referral business, that's going to be ideal. Now, everything starts with your website and online marketing. And so the right limo website, the right transportation website, is going to have lots of different pages for the different services the company offers. So for instance, if you do a prom limo service or quinceañera limo service, or you do charter bus rentals for schools, we want to have pages for each of those different services. Now, we also want to have pages for each of the different cities that you service. So for instance, if you're in San Francisco, we probably want to have a Palo Alto page, a page for San Jose. For the whole Bay Area, we want to have lots of different pages of content. Next, we want to have the proper on-page optimization. So on-page optimization are things like your title tags, your H1 tags, your content is very important, that you have lots of content on each page. You don't want to do the whole keyword stuffing thing. That worked 10 years ago. But since then, search engines have gotten a lot smarter and a lot better at figuring out what a page actually is advertising for without needing to stuff it over and over with your different keywords. So you definitely want to avoid that. And then finally, you want to make sure your site is built to convert. And what I mean by that is it's built to convert visitors into leads. So even if your site ranks #1 in Google, you might only be getting 10% of the people or 5% of the people that go to your site to actually take action, fill out a quote form, book online, or call your business. So if we can build the site correctly, and what we found is it really comes down to the structure of the site, having the phone number in the right place, having a mobile optimized site, having forms above the fold and on every page can increase your conversion rates quite a bit. So the typical limo and transportation websites we see have 3 to 5, up to 7 pages, and that's really just not enough content, because you really want to have, again, those service pages built out for all of the different specific services you offer. And then also even the sub-cities. So I know I had mentioned Palo Alto and San Jose. Those are still pretty large cities. We want to even create content for the much smaller cities, because that's going to be a whole lot less competitive than trying to rank for San Francisco limo service or San Francisco charter bus rentals. We really want to build out pages for each of those smaller cities, and that's going to, when you have enough of them, possibly even drive more traffic than the main city. And also having, dozens and dozens of these pages, even if each one doesn't get a lot of traffic, having so many of them, the total can be even more traffic than the large page gets. So what we want to do is we want to get to know your business. So if you're a transportation company, I know there's so many different types of transportation companies. There's ones that focus on airport transportation. There's ones that focus on the retail side of the limo business, like stretch limos, ones that do sprinter rentals. And then, of course, there's touring companies, whether you do wine tours or brewery tours, or maybe you do charter bus rentals and you just focus on larger vehicles like minibuses, motor coaches, and that sort of thing. So really, it's very important that we get to know your specific business. And once we know the vehicles you have and the services you want to push, that's when we start creating the keyword list. And once we have this keyword list, we can use this and start to create more content. Now, going back to the typical limo website, this is many times what you will see on your typical transportation industry website. And we actually use a very similar format with one key difference. Under the services and vehicles pages, we're going to have lots and lots of different pages for the different cities, the different sub-cities, combined with your keywords. So, for instance, again, limo service, it might be party bus rental, it might be charter bus rental, and we want to combine the city with the keyword. And we also want to combine the city and the service in the keyword. So, for instance, you might be San Francisco Quinceañera limo service. That might be a really good page to do, and it's going to be a whole lot less competitive than ranking something like San Francisco limo service. So if there's one thing you learn from this little segment, it's you want lots of different pages and you want probably 600 to 1,000 words of content for each page, and you want to have them set up and optimized with the proper title tags and H1 tags to really get the maximum SEO benefit. And next, like I had mentioned before, is we want to optimize for conversion. So you might be wondering, what does that actually look like? And so here's an example of a website that is optimized really well for conversion. We know because we know what the conversion rate on this site, it's about 33%, and which is very good, meaning 1 out of every 3 visitors converts into either a quote form submission or a phone call. So you're going to notice here in the upper right hand corner, we've got the phone number, and that's going to be clickable on mobile. And then we've got the form above the fold. Those we found are the 2 most important and crucial aspects of conversion rate optimization. And if we see this website on mobile, you're going to see this phone number just above the form and the logo. That's the only thing you see is logo, phone number, and form. And we found that that really converts the best. Now, you're going to notice here's a sample of a page of content that we did for this customer. Now, for this customer, we're going after charter bus services. And so we've got the right H1 tags. And so this is just an example of a service page. If you were to scroll up right now, you'd still see those important elements like the form above the fold and the phone number. So next we want to make sure we're optimizing for your Google Map listing. And this is we call it the 3-pack. And this is those 3 listings that you typically find below the map. Sometimes you'll find 4 because many times with AdWords campaigns, you can actually have a spot above these 3 listings here. So this is a very, very powerful area to be in, especially if you get a lot of local business for your services. Now, I know many limo companies that do airport service or work with a lot of out-of-town clients. This won't be as powerful for them, but even for them, you really want to be on this map area in your local city. And so how do we do that? Well, it's pretty simple actually. So what we do is we need to build out lots of different citations. Now, what a citation is it's your name, your company name, your address, and your phone number. And you want that to be consistent all across the internet. So for example, on sites like Yelp, TripAdvisor, and there's hundreds of different directory sites that we want to make sure, industry specific and non-industry specific, we want to make sure you have a consistent name, address, and phone number all across the internet. And many businesses don't have that consistent, and so what we do is we go in and we essentially clean up all those directory listings to make sure they have a consistent name, address, and phone number. We also need to set up your Google My Business account correctly and use the right number of images and optimize that correctly. And then finally, reviews. Reviews are incredibly important to get ranked in the local map area. And so how we do that is review automation. So we call this the ultimate review automation system. And here's why. So we spoke with so many businesses that had inconsistent efforts in asking for reviews. Now, you really must automate this part of your business, because if you just ask for reviews once in a while, it's likely that you won't have very many. Every single job you do, you need to be asking for a review from that client. And really the only way to ensure that happens is by automating it. And so the system we use, it does a few things. It automates the request, so it can even link, if you're using a Limo Anywhere, it can even link up to that so that it automates the request that goes out. All of the reviews are gathered in a central location, and it's going to create a live count of all of the reviews you have across the internet, because as you know, what gets measured gets improved. So we want to know how many reviews you have right now, and we want to try to increase that number every single month from multiple different websites across the internet. And the great thing about this system is it's going to give you an alert when you get one of those 1 or 2 star reviews. It alerts you so that you can respond to them right away. It's crucial that you respond to every negative review, because your potential customers are out there. They're not just looking at the positive reviews. Many of them are looking at the negative reviews because they want to see how you as a business owner handled it. Did you make it right? Did you offer some sort of restitution, or did you at least say, hey, I want to make this right, give me a call? So once that's in place, we want to start our link building. Now, link building is the most important part of an SEO strategy. You can have the perfect on-page optimization and great content, but if you're in a competitive city, he who gets the most high quality, relevant, authoritative links wins. So you might be asking yourself, well, how do you find these links? We have no idea where to go and get these links. Well, typically, whenever you want to achieve a certain result, what you should really do is find someone who's gotten that result and then just model what they've done. And that's exactly what we do. So what we're going to do is we're going to see who ranks in your city for the keywords you are going after. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an audit of all of the links they have going to their site, because what we want to do is we want to go and acquire the same links, because once we have all of their links that they've acquired and then some more, as well as good on-page optimization, we should eventually rank higher than them. Now, going back to content, content really is a very, very important piece of your online marketing strategy. And once you have good on-page and the content's all written with the different service pages, the different city and sub-city pages, we want to make sure we have an ongoing strategy for creating content through the blog. So what we like to see is at least 1 blog post a month. That way Google sees, okay, this site is relevant. They are creating fresh new content for their visitors, and that's going to help with your SEO efforts as well. Now, social media, we've all heard we need to be on social media, but The business owners I've spoken with, a lot of them don't know what exactly does that mean. Does that mean I need to be posting all the time? What exactly do I need to be doing on social media? And really, you just want to make sure you're posting at least once a week on your social profiles, because what that's going to do is, one, it's a signal for SEO that shows you're a business that's in business. And if a potential client stumbles upon your social media profile, you don't want to see that your last post was over 2 years ago, because they might question, is this company even in business? Most larger companies all have some sort of social media strategy and are posting regularly. So this is a very important concept to understand. Next, we want to make sure all of the social media icons are on your website. And so what this actually can do is it can help increase your repeat and referral business. So the truth is, people want convenience. And if someone has just had an awesome experience with your business and they want to be able to tell their friends about it, well, you want to make this easy for them. And whether they're a fan of Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you want to make sure you have all of these icons available on your site, so if they want to tell their friends about you, they can. Also, you can create programs where you incentivize your potential customer with a small discount or some other sort of reward where they can share your business on their social profile, and maybe you throw in some free waters, maybe you give them a small discount. So that can be very powerful as well. And just so you understand how powerful social media can be, there are over 2.3 billion active users on social media currently. Your average person has 338 friends on Facebook, and each of these people are doing multiple check-ins a day. And so I can't understate the importance of a solid social media strategy. So once all of this is in place and we've got your on-page SEO, we've got your content done, we're building links, we've got your citations going, we've got your review system in place, we're posting on social media, well, none of that really matters unless we know, is it working? Are we improving? So that's why it's crucial that we track each different channel to figure out, okay, how many leads are we generating from Google Ads? How many leads are we generating from Bing Ads? How many leads are coming from our organic SEO efforts? And are we getting more leads than we were 6 months ago from our organic SEO efforts? So we want to be tracking all of your forms and all of your phone calls. And so how we do that is through Google Analytics. And with Google Analytics, you can track where all of these leads are coming from. Did they go to your social profile? Did they come from Google Ads or Bing Ads, or just from your website? And so Google Analytics is crucial to have installed on your site, and you want to make sure you have access to this, because I speak with a lot of business owners in the transportation industry and they don't even have access to their Google Analytics account. So very important. Now for call tracking, we use a program called PhoneWagon. Now there's a lot of different call tracking platforms out there, such as CallRail, Call Tracking Metrics. What we found is PhoneWagon really fits the best for our customers, and it can show you, did the call come from Yelp or Google Ads or Bing Ads, or did it come from your website? So very important that we're tracking how many phone calls we're getting and making sure those are good quality phone calls. Now at Limo Marketer, we only work with one client per city that offers a particular service that selects our main package that includes SEO, and here's why. Whenever you're doing SEO for a client, ethically, you can only work with one client per city. And the reason for that is, with SEO, you're trying to get to that #1 placement. And so you obviously can't get 2, 3, 4 clients in the #1 spot. So really, it's important that whoever you end up working with, you make sure you ask them, if they are doing SEO for you, how many clients do you service per city? And the answer should be 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed this brief overview of our online marketing system. Now, if you'd like to get started, go ahead and give us a call. If you just like to get an audit of your current online marketing program, if you want to see, okay, is my website built properly for conversion? Is the on-page optimization done correctly? Do I have good content? Do I have a good Google Ads account? Is it optimized properly? Is my Bing ads optimized properly? Am I tracking? We would love to take a look at this for you and put together a plan that we can implement to double, triple, quadruple the amount of revenue you're generating from your online marketing efforts. So go ahead and give us a call now at 855-255-5466, and I will speak with you soon.